All right, guys. Well, it's the alpha class, right? Not the beta class, not the version 1. I'd be kind of suspicious if there wasn't some sort of technical difficulty. So I'm Andy with Synchrony, and I really hope that you guys can see this video because there were some problems there, but I'm going to start playing it now. Okay, perfect.
Hi everyone, have you ever thought about having an automated portfolio and asset management platform that is on-chain? Synchrony is doing just that. In this video, we'll be talking about what Synchrony is. Synchrony is the first on-chain copy trading and composable indexing protocol facilitated by a friendly Solana marketplace and explorer. What is copy trading? Copy trading is typically an automated service that proportionally replicates the transactions made by a leader in a user's own account or wallet. Off-chain, leaders are vetted by platforms offering this service and are contractually bound to act honestly. On-chain, however, this type of copy trading carries significant risks. Bad actors can act to the detriment of those following them without any fear of repercussions. Synchrony solves this through trustless copy trading. Trustless copy trading is where a user can define the parameters for which a trade made by a leader is considered a candidate for execution. Synchrony takes this a step further by enabling such parameters to be dynamic via the use of composable and configurable indices. For example, a copy trade wallet governed by the Solana ecosystem index will only replicate transactions on tokens that are present in the index. And copy trade wallets can be governed by more than one index, provided that each index governs a different theme. For example, one index for liquidity pools, one index for yield farms, and one index for tokens, and etc. Copy trades on Synchrony are eagerly executed, meaning the protocol will immediately execute valid copy trades made by a leader wallet. It does not wait to pool assets to offset gas costs. This is not a requirement as Synchrony is built on Solana. An emergent feature of index-governed copy trading is truly trustless asset management. Other asset management protocols impose strict limitations on how an asset manager can interact with the pool and its underlying assets, whereas Synchrony doesn't need to. The user can define those restrictions on their copy trade wallet instead of the protocol imposing restrictions for the asset manager. Blockchains are transparent and immutable ledgers. Anyone can peruse the record of transactions made by any participant on the network. To understand this more, let's look at the application in off-chain and in on-chain. In off-chain implementations of copy trading, only traders who are approved by the platform and opt into having their trades copied can be copy traded, and thus any data and analytics available to a user regarding copy trading is limited to that scope. However, in on-chain, there are no such limitations. A wallet does not need to be listed on the Synchrony marketplace in order for a user to be able to see the transactions it is executing, and therefore, the wallet does not need to be listed on Synchrony marketplace for a user to be able to copy trade it. The indices utilized by the copy trade wallets also exist as pools providing users an entry point and or passive strategy with a focus on the assets and instruments present on the Solana ecosystem. There are Synchrony composed indices composed by the team in conjunction with strategic partners. These are general purpose and serve as a foundation for users to customize and create their own indices, also known as community composed indices. Users can configure indices by adjusting a range of parameters such as weighting metrics, evaluation ranges and timeframes, rebalancing intervals and thresholds, and by even whitelisting specific sets of instruments for the index to evaluate. This grants users a high degree of control over the strategy they wish to implement, or in the case of governing a copy trade wallet, a high degree of control over the copy trades the wallet execute. All indices are dynamically weighted and automatically rebalance and reconstitute. Synchrony grants access to on-chain instruments currently unavailable in their off-chain copy trading counterparts. Every user archetype can broaden their horizons on Synchrony by gaining exposure to assets they may not have otherwise traded. This is truly trustless, has a high degree of control, and has minimal price divergence. We believe on-chain copy trading capabilities open up access to the DeFi landscape, so users of all experience levels can participate. Stay tuned as we continue to share updates, teasers, community-driven experiences, and partnership announcements in the run-up to our demo day on September 14, 2021. Please follow.
Hey, that's today. I'm just going to cut this a little bit short in the interest of time because we are a little bit we're a little bit behind here. Thank you again, everybody, so much for showing up today. It's honestly a dream come true for us. I'm Andrew, and the other co-founder is Andrew, but you guys can call me Andy. We're just so thrilled to be here. We want to give a big shout out to all of our VCs and Sanctor Capital, especially for putting this together and being one of the first, teams to really help guide us to where we're at today. So instead of jumping into every single feature and function that we've got available, because we run out of time, I'm just going to highlight the three main components that make up Synchrony, and that's copy trading, indexing, and analytics. And I think fundamentally, one of the things we're trying to do is everybody here, we only have 1 second per second of bandwidth, and in order to accommodate the vast amount of information that we need to process all the time, it's quite overwhelming, especially in blockchain, because it's this Venn diagram of fintech and blockchain. You need to layer data, and we need to optimize the experience. So that's one of the things that we're really focused on doing. And so I'm going to start with copy trading, because copy trading is pretty near and dear to our hearts. Actually, Andrew and I, we started working together on this project at the first hackathon, the first Solana hackathon. And before that, we had conceptualized this copy trading idea, and it's since evolved then to include indexes. But I want to start over here to kind of give you a look and feel of how the wallet's going to interact, because you need to have a good wallet view of yourself and other wallets if you're going to copy trade anybody. So you can see here, there's some basic charting here on the left, a nice pie chart over here on the right that's going to kind of constitute exactly what your wallet is made up of, how it's been performed, the individual assets that make up the wallet, and then also here a section for wallets that you are following. This is actually also available in our browser and also available in the wallet section. So we do build in a little bit of redundancy here, so you don't have to really poke around too much to find out where you're going. But over here in the wallet section, right here, you're going to basically be able to put in a wallet address, and then do a little digging into somebody's wallet. And in here, you'll basically be pulled up. You'll pull up similar information that you have on your own wallet, and you also have a more detailed section, which will open up a separate page for that particular wallet that you're following, if it's an influencer or your friend or whoever. And then there'll be this add to basket function, which is really to add to comparison. We're using a little bit of e-commerce terminology there, or you can just follow. And so follow, we have three main ways that you can follow a wallet. There's the safe follow, and we're going to change the nomenclature on this a little bit, but in broad strokes, there's the safe follow, which is recommended. So you're going to follow a wallet based off of a certain set of parameters. For example, the top 20 tokens on Solana by market cap, something like that. You can do auto follow, which is like, hey, it's your friend, and they really love those risky, high volatile coins, but they do a lot of due diligence, and you're just going to dive in and follow whatever they want. Or you can custom follow these wallets and set up your own parameters. And this kind of mirrors a little bit of what exists over in the builder section as well. So if we dig in over here, you can see some of the customizable parameters. So you can name it, you can set it so you need to approve every transaction before you go ahead and copy things automatically. And you can have like whitelist or blacklist tokens, if you just don't want to have Radium or something like that for whatever reason, because you have a bunch on the side in a different wallet, you can do that as well. Then obviously we'll take you through our standard disclaimer, and you're off to the races there. The next thing I kind of want to dive into a little bit here are our indexes. And we do have this built out on the back end. This is just kind of to show you a little bit of what we're working on here, like what you'll be able to do. The really interesting thing to this is these indexes, and you can compose a traditional index of like tokens or something like that, but you can also make indexes of wallets, of other indexes. And so when you start making indexes of other indexes, you kind of get this inception sort of vibe. And so it's infinitely composable, or we like to call it that anyway. So I'm just going to come up with an index name here. We do like frogs here, so I'm going to do it like a frog thing, just so you guys kind of have an idea. And it's the same thing. You can save it, so it's like in your browser as a theoretical product that you can test against. You can just go directly to compare it in the back testing section, which I'll jump into in just a second, or you can hit publish. So we're just going to publish this so you can kind of see what's going on. We obviously make a lot of frog themed things over here. We love that. But this is our browser. This is the central sort of explorer that we use. And this we're all filtering it through this this search feature that looks suspiciously like Amazon, because if it isn't broken, don't fix it. But we are currently integrated with Orca and Radium. So we have access to all of their pools, and you'll actually be able to, when we get the token aspect built out, which I'll show you some of the cool analytics that we're doing there, you'll be able to swap with them directly on the actual accordion that builds out. And I know it's kind of a small feature, but I really like that because it's something that I've really wanted myself. Like I'm literally going to use this myself. That's why I'm so excited about this, because I've wanted this for a long time. So the next thing I want to show you guys is actually some of the analytics, and I'll start over here in the back testing. You'll need to stretch your imagination a little bit because we're just comparing 4 tokens, but these tokens are actually pulled from our API that we've made for Solana that I'll jump into in just a second. But you can see here, again, it's a demo, so stretch your imagination just a little bit. And this will be a trading view integration soon, but we're pulling in these token data, and you can compare them against each other. So what we're trying to do is compare wallets, compare indexes, compare whatever you want against each other, so you can make more informed decisions that way. And now I'm going to hop over to our dashboard, and this is kind of the really cool thing that I love about this is we actually ended up building an API. So we aggregate a bunch of data from all over the internets, and we also add a little bit of our own to it, our own flavor to it. And we've created an API that's free for everybody to use. And you can see here, and we cross-reference that actually with the Solana ecosystem. Everything on the Solana page, that ecosystem, the 350 projects there, we put it all together. So I'm just going to hop in here because I know I am running out of time right now. And I'm just going to open up Solana so you can see. Well, we'll just open up this Mango Markets. We love those guys too. So that's great. So you can kind of see we pull all this stuff, all their links. We have like an It's Light section. So for the Solana one, which I really wanted to show, we have like It's like, Ethereum, but better. And this is the URL for this API is actually going to be stream.synchrony.fi. This is an old one. The new one, we just had obviously some technical difficulties. It's the alpha class, guys. Come on, not the beta class. But you can see here we've done quite a bit of work to get this where it's at here. And all this data is available to you. We'll post a lot of that on our Twitter. But yeah, we just wanted, and the last thing I want to go through really quickly, again, we're running up against the time, is just some of the future features we're going to add. We're going to do heat maps of the wallets so you can visually see what the wallets have interacted with. We have higher level back testing. We're coming up with a wallet trust coefficient. So we're able to look at a user's wallet, take that snapshot, as well as look at the recent transaction histories that they've made, where they put withdrawn or put money into, and we can come up with a trust coefficient there. We'll have custom news feeds like RSS feeds, accolades, like NFT profiles, things like that. So we're really, really excited about this. Thank you so much again, guys, for showing up today. We cannot wait to bring this to you guys this year. All right.